Hi dear, my name is Grace and it's Soul Boost. Today we're talking about your well-being, my well-being. It's very important that we take care of our mental state and our physical state for us to, live long and live healthy. Too many things around us that tend to distort our physical and mental state, but our ability to manage things in manage things around us and then make them workable and thinking positive could help us stay healthy and stay longer. Yes. So just a few things. We have 5 ways to well-being, and it's about connecting, being active, taking notice of what is happening around us, keep learning, keeping on learning, and then giving. These are the 5 ways of well-being, or 5 ways to well-being. But I'm going to break this down to simple steps that we can take for us to, be able to improve on our well-being, especially in these times of uncertainty and in these times of the new normal. Yeah, the new normal. So there are various steps we can, take to improve our well-being. I mean, it has helped me a lot, and I sure do know it's gonna help you if you take these steps. So, like I said earlier, we have 5 ways to well-being, and this has to do with connecting with people. Don't allow distance to stop you from talking to those you love. There are different ways to stay connected to them through your phone calls, through text messages, through emails, through video chats. There are various ways to just staying in touch with those you love. you know when you have not heard for a particular person for a long time, you should be able to pick up your phone and say, hello, how you doing, just thought about you. And you never know, it goes a long way to you know make a person calmer. And knowing that someone thinks about you helps to improve your mental state. Yes. So connecting with people is a way to well-being, improving your well-being. And that thing is to be active. You need to be active. You don't need to be in one place. You don't need to just stay without working on your physical state. You need to be doing something. You cannot just be sat in one place for almost 31 hour. Thank God for technology. We now have watches that you just put on and it tells you, see guy, you've sat for a long time, stand up now and take a walk. You get what I mean? So I mean, if technology could even be able to prompt you to take a walk, you as a human being should be able to prompt yourself, tell yourself, man, I've sat here for a long time. I need to take a walk. I need to be active. I need to do something, not just active physically. Make sure you are active mentally. Think about something to do, something to improve your life, something to improve someone's life, something to improve the community, to make the community a better place. Yes. So the next thing is taking notice. You have to take notice of what is happening around you. Don't live in the past. Make sure you're living in the present. Forget about the past, those things that have happened in the past that hurt you, that made you depressed, that made you start thinking of negative, that made you have negative thoughts, or maybe thinking suicidal. Forget about the past. You are now in the present, so you live in the present. Take notice of what is happening around you, and be part of what is happening around you, and to improve things to make life better for you and everyone around you. Yes, so make sure you take notice and live in the present. Now keep learning. You can't stop learning. The day a man stops learning, he dies. Every day you got to learn something new. You got to improve on what you have learned. Make sure you keep learning. Make sure you keep working out ways to improve on things you already know. Try out something new. Try out something that has you've seen or you've been told about. Just try and make sure you keep learning. Just keep learning. It helps you to improve your mental state, not just your physical state being active, but it improves your mental state. Your mental state is active. He doesn't think of a cake things, you know what I mean? So the fifth one is giving. A lot of people don't give, like they are so selfish, but I wouldn't blame them because you don't know how much they have worked to have that thing they try to withhold. But the truth is, the more you give, the more you get. Even in the scriptures, I'm sorry, I have a Christian background, so I would always quote the scriptures. It says, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. That is what men will give back to you. You need to keep giving. If you have not been giving, start giving, and you're going to see the miraculous. You're going to see how things will come back to you, how things will fall in line for you in pleasant places. It is good to give. Trust me, it is good to give. It also increases, anytime I have the opportunity to give, there's this joy that comes within. There's this satisfaction. I'm just so happy, and I always wish to have more. And if there's one prayer I always pray, I don't miss out to say to God is, Father, bless me and make me a blessing. So these 5 steps I've given to you for well-being, I'm going to break them down, and I'm just going to list them because of the limited time we have here. So the first one I'm going to say to you is to avoid recreational and smart drugs. Avoid recreational and smart drugs. You know what I mean? All those drugs that make you, you don't want to do without them. You just need to take them just to, for you to be high, for you to be, active. Man, stop it and be natural. Be you. Be you. Don't try to be someone else. Be you. Learn you, and try and work with you so that you can achieve a lot for your life. Don't try to take hard drugs to become another person and begin to do things you are not supposed to do. So the second thing I'll say to you is to be aware and live in the present. I've said that already before. Under taking note of what is happening around you. Live in the present. Do not live in the past. Be comfortable with who you are. Try and improve your self-esteem. Don't let people bring you down. Don't let people's words bring you down. Try as much as possible to be resilient. You have to be resilient, especially in days like this, in the kind of environment you find yourself. No matter what, you need to be resilient. Make sure you are comfortable with who you are. Work on your self-esteem. If you always feel you have a low self-esteem, please work on it. It is very, very important that you like who you are. Be grateful. Be grateful. Yes, I know you want to attain a greater height. I know you want to attain something bigger, but be grateful to God for where you are. Be grateful always. Any situation, whether you're giving something, maybe you are supposed to have received something better, just have the habit of being grateful. Be okay with okay. Now, people always want the best. People always want, the perfect things. Yes, it is good to, try as much as possible to want to have the best, the perfect things. But be okay with okay. Before you get up there are stages in life. So if you try to jump, you might fall. But if you take your steps, one after the other, you will be steady, and you will get the best of what you want. So the next one is that you should connect with people. I've said that already. Try as much as possible to connect with people. Don't let distance to stop you from talking to those you love, those that make you happy, those that try to uplift your spirit and all of that. Make sure you are able to cope with criticism. This has to do with self-esteem too. Try as much as possible to cope with criticism. A lot of people just try to run people down. I don't know their reasons. They could have their reasons, but you need to be able to learn to cope with criticism so you can live a better life mentally and physically. People who have not been able to cope with criticism have found themselves where they are not meant to be. just because they were not resilient, they were not able to take in what they have heard and try as much as possible to use those criticisms to become a better person. Each time I'm criticized, I'm not going to lie to you, it might be painful, yes, but when you get back into your room, you try and reflect. I've talked about reflection before now. If you've not watched that video, maybe you go back and then watch those videos. You need to reflect on what you have been told sometimes, because those criticisms could help you to become a better you. Yes, they can help you to become a better you. So we might not be able to finish this today because of limited time. I'll just take two more and I'll round up, but I promise in our next episode we'll complete this segment and then we'll talk more about depression. So the next one I want to talk about is eating well. Guys, you have to eat well. It is not expensive to eat well, trust me. It is not expensive to eat well. Knowing what to eat at the right time, it's very important. I mean, I think that should be another topic. Food, what to eat and what not to eat. Well, it could be relative. Some people tell not to eat meat, not to. It really depends. Everybody is not the same. You really need to know what to eat and at what time to eat it. So please try as much as possible to eat well. Get help if you are struggling. Get help. This is where I'm going to round up today. Get help if you are struggling. Many people are struggling, but they don't know how to ask for help. They feel um oh my god, what's the word now, they feel so ashamed to ask for help. They feel they're going to be put down, they're going to be let down. I mean, if you are struggling, it is better you ask for help than to die in silence. Ask for help, especially when it's very important. You're dying, all your routine, you're trying to stop them. You don't even care about your personal care anymore. You don't, things that give you joy, they no longer give you joy. The thoughts that come to you are suicidal. Please ask for help and stop struggling. Thank you so much for being part of this program today, and I do hope that what you've heard is going to help you out and make you a better person physically and mentally. And in our next episode, we're going to continue from where we stopped today. And until then, it's bye from me. Cheers.